What more can we ask for? All right, so we'll just start seated exactly as you are. You can sit in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce, whatever that might look like. Start to find a nice long spine. Together, let's take the deepest but slowest breath in through your nose. 3 count, sharp open mouth exhale. Let's do that 2 more times on your own. One more time, and then you can bring that breath back to its normal state. Start to just pay attention to your belly for a moment and notice if you're clenching or if you tend to hold contraction through the abdominal muscles. Let's soften right there. Let go. Let your belly release, expand, and widen. Notice too with your stomach, start the breath way deep down in your belly. Let your breath be full and fluid. Start to pull the awareness of your breath up through the lungs, eventually to where it's rising and falling in your nose, inside the nostrils. Feeling cool on the inhale and slightly warm on the exhale. We want to bring that awareness of the nostrils up even higher, as high as you can in the nose, and eventually up into that third eye space. The point in between the brow lines slightly higher. Then just imagine your thoughts, they can project out of that third eye space like you were a movie projector. Shining the scene of your thoughts, your internal feelings. And I think a nice thing to do today is think of one goal you'd like to set for either yourself, your family, a friend, or the world at large, whatever it is. Think of one goal that can be done this week. And now with that goal in mind, let's get even more specific, narrow it down, some real achievable results, something you can actually make happen. Letting the belly rise, the lungs, feeling it through the nose, up in the brain. Now 3 more breaths, just like that. On your last inhale, can you hold it at the top and just fill full with that breath, filling up, knowing you are nourished, you have everything you need. 3 sharp open mouth exhale. Slowly start to blink your eyes open. We'll take a deep breath in and sweep your arms all the way overhead. Nice long reach up. Bring your palms so they face in, but their shoulders width apart. Feel your belly start to pull, and now as your spine gets taller, core contracts. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, right hand down, side body stretch. Reach and rainbow up and over. Stretch through the oblique muscles. Inhale to the top. Exhale, other side. Palm can softly spread the fingers a little apart on the ground. Chest stays open. Inhale to the tippy top here. And then exhale, take your hands down, plant your palms behind you, fingertips face forward. Roll your shoulder heads together and down your back. And then inhale, arch up your back, lift through your chest. Gentle stretch for that front line. Hold deep breath. Slowly let that go and come back up through center, hands to the sky. Take a breath in and exhale, twist gently to your right. Widen your shoulders, bring them down so your neck is long. Just twist a little bit deeper. Next breath in through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, other side over to the left. Again, take the shoulders wide, soften and melt them down your back. Inhale back through center. We will take a bind, bring your hands down by your side, interlace those fingers, roll your shoulder heads back. Now you can stay nice and tall here and really extend back through the arms, squeeze, or if you want to, you can start to pull your, we're gonna fold forward. So you can think of pulling those hip bones upward, tailbone into the mat as you round down. And then option to kind of shrug the shoulders from side to side, kind of getting the kinks out. Only if that feels good for you. Use some core engagement there. Draw your tailbone in the mat, slowly come back up, bone by bone. Release that bind, hands to your thighs, shoulders down your back. Let's come forward into tabletop pose. Roll over the knees, set up so you have knees, hips width apart, palms are under the shoulders. Find a nice neutral spine. Breathe in with your neutral spine, and then exhale, cat pose. Gaze to your thighs, round your back. Inhale, cow pose, arch the back gently, seat up, gaze is up. Exhale, cat, eyes to thighs. Inhale, cow. Come back through that neutral spine, tuck your toes, take a big breath in. Downward facing dog, breath out. Pedal your legs. Are you holding tension in your neck? Shake your head no and yes. Always end on yes. A positive note. Grip all your fingers into the mat. You pedal out your feet. Think of sending your tailbone a little bit higher to the sky. Find some stillness. Lift your heels nice and high, bend your knees, and walk towards the backs of your hands. Fold in half. Then you can take a ragdoll bind here, sway the weight from side to side. Let your head hang heavy, fold in half. Your torso might be resting on your thighs, or you might have a nice straight line all the way down with some space between belly and thigh. Find what feels right for your hamstrings, your back, your shoulders. Find a moment for stillness. Release your hands to the mat. Walk your feet either in towards touching or keep them under your hips. Bend your knees. Slowly round your spine up to standing. Take a moment to gather yourself, maybe eyes closed, roll your shoulders down your back. Let your hands shine forward. Spread your toes wide to get that firm base before we begin. You can open your eyes now. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms to the sky. Let's interlace our fingers at the top, flip your palms towards the ceiling. Nice straight line through the side body, the front line, the back line, just stretch, stretch, stretch. If you want, you can lift your heels off the mat. Think of squeezing to the midline, activating your calves. Pause here for one more breath in. And on your exhale, heels down, slowly bring your hands to your low back. So we're gonna roll our shoulders down and back and let your fingertips face downward. For the gentlest back bend here, start to lift your chin up, engage your thighs, maybe arch back, hold your elbows towards one another, squeeze them in. Last breath in. And slowly exhale, come to standing. Inhale your arms back up to mountain. Exhale, fold in half. Slide all the way down. Halfway lift from the bottom, get long in your spine, soften your knees. And then find your first high plank. High plank can always have knees down. Always listen to your body. From this high plank, shift slightly forward. Now bring your knees down, hug your elbows in as you lower your chest to the mat. Untuck your toes, cobra. Slowly inhale, peel your chest up. Squeezing the back body, working that posterior chain. Keep your neck long. Last breath in. Release to the earth. Tuck your toes and either come into tabletop or plank. Downward facing dog. Inhale, soft knees look forward. Exhale, step, walk, hop, or float to the top. Fold. Slide into your halfway lift with breath. Release, exhale. Inhale, standing mountain, arms to the sky. Flip your palms towards the ceiling as you interlace those fingers. This time, hinge over to the right side with your exhale. Stretching the obliques. Nice, inhale to the top. Keep that grip. Exhale, hinge to the other side. Nice, Karen, inhale to the top. Exhale, cactus arm, back bend, peel the elbows wide. Flare your fingers, lift open through the chest. Inhale, mountain, nice long line of energy. Fold in half, breath out. So good, slide up to that halfway lift. It should feel good in the low back. Exhale, high plank. From high plank, we're gonna just bend the right knee and straighten it. Bend your left knee and straighten it. It's a tiny bit of core work sneaking in. So alternating bend right leg, bend left leg, bend right leg, bend left leg. Keep that long spine, pull your belly to sky. Last 4, down dog in 3, 2, 1, down dog. Big breath in, bigger breath out. Yes. Inhale your right leg to the sky, reach up and open up. Maybe you find heel to glute, your scorpion dog. Keep your shoulders level, soften through the right shoulder. You can roll your ankle, take a breath in. Low lunge, breath out, step your right foot through. Bring your back knee down. Option for blocks, roll your shoulders down your back. Anjaneyasana. So we're gonna let that left hip flexor get some love, stretch open. You can always decide if you want to walk your hands up to your thigh. So we're driving down strongly through our right heel, so we're not just collapsing completely. Shoulders are soft, chest is always proud. Let's take one more breath in, sweep your arms to the sky if that feels good for you. And as you exhale, half splits, palms to blocks or mat, shimmy your hips back to stack left hip over left knee. Extend your right leg long, toes to sky. You can bend into that front leg as much as you need to feel accessible in the hamstring. You might feel this more in your calf muscle, depending on what you've been doing, how tight parts of your body are. Just want you to breathe. About 3 more breaths here. See if you can fold a little bit deeper, that chest towards the thigh or shin or knee. Last breath in. Maybe fold a ½ inch deeper as you exhale. And then inhale, come back up with your chest, plant your foot, plank. Plant your palms, step your foot back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful left leg up, stretch and reach as high up to the ceiling as you can, and then scorpion your dog, heel to glute. You might roll out your ankle. Check that your left shoulder is soft. The shoulders should be parallel. Nice. Hips to sky, one more breath in. Low lunge, breath out. Back knee to the mat. You can always place something under it to support. Anjaneyasana. So we'll take hands to blocks, floor, or maybe your thigh. Let your chest feel open, shoulders melt and soft, no tension. Drive strongly and firmly through your left heel. Spread the left toes wide. For our last inhale, sweep your arms overhead. You can arch the back a gentle bit if you like. Inhale. Exhale, half splits, hands down or blocks. Level and square off those hips, left toes to sky. You might slowly ease in by bending and straightening the left leg. You might just hold steady. Let your elbows bend back as you get a little closer, a little deeper to your leg. Last 3 breaths. Let's take one more breath in. ½ inch closer to your leg, breath out. And come back up, plant your left foot, palms under shoulders, plank pose. This time plank, shift slightly forward, knees down, lower to the earth, chest to the mat. Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana, inhale, peel your chest off the ground, let your heart shine forward and activate your back muscles. Maybe you lift your palms off the mat. Keep your neck long, your drishti, your one single pointed focus is down towards the mat, just slightly in front of you. One more breath in. If you can lift a tiny bit higher, do it. And exhale, release. Maybe your arms become a pillow under your forehead. Shimmy out your hips, your low back. Palms back under your shoulders. Come into tabletop pose. Knees under hips. Beautiful. From here, reach your right arm forward.
Level the shoulders, level your hips. If it feels right, left leg back. So bird dog. Keep length in your spine. Press the earth away. Imagine pulling belly to sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, elbow to knee, get round, cat back. Inhale, reach back out. Exhale, round and squeeze. Pull it all up towards your body. One more time, inhale, get long. Exhale, squeeze and round. It's your last time. Now extend it out last time here, actually. Hold it out and just hold. Make sure your left shoulder's over your left wrist. Hold for 4, tabletop pose in 3, 2, and 1. Softly land your limbs. Maybe a cat-cow or a shimmy of your hips to kind of clear the slate, ease into that low back. And then we'll do it on the other side, left arm forward. Find your balance, and if it feels right, right leg can go back. Make sure your right thigh is pointing to the mat. Nice and long with a breath in. You can stay here or exhale, round elbow to knee. With your breath, get long again. Exhale, squeeze and round. Pulling up to the body. Last time, lengthen. For that last squeeze, breath out. Now we'll lengthen, reach out and hold. Right shoulder stacked above your palm. Hold for 4, 3, down in 2. Softly land 1. Shimmy out the hips or roll the back, a cat-cow if that feels right. Whew. Then inhale your right arm to the sky. Reach up, roll your wrists, take that breath, stretch open your chest to the right side, and thread your needle. Palm is facing the ceiling. You can extend your left hand forward or maybe try it on your low back. Hips stay nice and high here. Try to fill that breath fully through your nose, over the belly, the ribs. Left shoulder stacks above your left palm. Sweep your right arm out and up. Roll the wrists one more time. Tabletop pose. Other side. When you're ready, left arm up, stretching your chest open. So you press down for your bottom hand. Reach up through the top fingertips. Breathe in. Thread your needle. Breathe out. Openness through the hips. Letting gravity do its work on the back, the shoulders. One more breath. Right palm under your right shoulder, press down. Inhale, sweep your left arm out and up. Roll out your wrists. Find tabletop pose. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Pedal your knees. Take a big breath in. Sigh a big breath out. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, hop, float forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Standing mountain, breathe in, roll all the way up, reach up. And exhale, sit into chair. So widen your shoulders. Feel a lotus if your low back has any sort of sway. If it does, squeeze and tuck your hips. And that'll keep the back long and flat. Send your seat just a little bit deeper. Let your thighs take the heat. Bring your knees back just a tiny bit more. Weights in your heels. Your toes might even peel off the mat. Bring your hands to your chest. Prayer. Elbows wide. Sit a little deeper here. You can handle it. I know you can. Last 4, 3. Forward fold in just 2. And 1. Forward fold. I love you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Right here, a little more for the core. Bend your right knee. Extend. Left knee. Extend. Bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. Last 4. 3, last 2, push-ups on 1, option knees down, it's bend your elbows back, press up to straight arms, bend, press, core tight, spine long, last 4, 3, down dog in 2, And 1. Tuck the toes, hips to sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. Woo. Inhale your right leg high. Option to make it your scorpion dog, but keep your shoulders level. Low lunge, breath out. Crescent lunge, hug your inner thighs and stand on up. Now if the shoulders feel tight for any reason, hands to heart or to your hips or let them hang. Always letting the chest shine, the proud warrior. Squeezing your left hip forward, lighting up that thigh. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, slowly turn open to that left side. You might have your toes parallel to the mat, or you might bring your toes slightly towards the top edge. Check your palms. Are they level, parallel with the ground, level with one another? Flip your palms to face up. It's a little different way to do it. Hold them out. Maybe close your eyes. Feel your chest start to widen. With your next breath in, reverse warrior, top hand up. Your back hand can slide down your thigh. Maybe take it to your hip crease in front of you. Stretch those right obliques. Commit to your lunge. Feel your legs working. 1 more breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Palms to the earth, frame your foot. Let's take a 3-leg plank. That sounds funny. A 1-leg plank. Cover your right leg or cross your right leg on top of the left. Option for a chaturanga here. Elbows hug in as you lower halfway. And then uncross the legs, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Yes. Hi, 1 more time with the other side. Left leg up. Maybe it's your scorpion dog. Breathe in. Low lunge, breathe out. Crescent lunge, come into standing. Pull your back heel a little higher, hug the thighs. Square your hips. Widen through your shoulders. You might even take the elbows wide. Soften through your neck. Work your core, pull your belly in and up. Last breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, slowly transition open. Plant your back foot parallel or toes slightly forward. Flip your palms up, check that they're level, shoulders over hips. Maybe take a few more breaths with eyes closed. You've got your strong base. With your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch up and out of the left hip. Feel some strength in your left oblique, shoulders wide. Reaching back, drive through the feet. 1 more breath in, reach back. Exhale, low lunge. Step into your plank, take your palms wide, wide arm push-ups, just 4 of them. Option for knees or toes. Take it down, press it up. 4 more. 3, 2, knees come to the mat on 1. Walk your palms under your shoulders. Lower all the way to the earth for Cobra. This time for Cobra, option to reach your palms in front of you. Palms facing, nice long. We're gonna work the back posterior chain. So inhale, lift up. Option to lift the toes off the mat. And exhale, release down. We're just doing 3 more of these. Inhale, lift up. Option to lift your thighs off the mat, point your toes. Exhale, release. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more, squeeze that back body and release. Palms can become a little forearm pillow. Shimmy your hips side to side. Press your palms on your shoulders, child's pose. So you can take your feet together, knees wide, or keep your knees drawn in and kind of have a nice rounded back over your thighs. Collect yourself, your thoughts, find your breath. Now slowly walk your palms over to the right side. Keep your hips glued down on your heels. Stretch out. We'll make our way back through center, and then walk your hands to the left side. Hips stay on those heels, stretch it all out on the right side. Hands come back through center. We'll find rock pose. Slowly press up, round up bone by bone. Draw your knees and thighs together. And let's go ahead and tuck our toes. Unless if that feels really bad on your feet, we're gonna sit on our heels. If that doesn't work for your feet, you can untuck them. And even if it does work for your feet and it begins to not, do what you need, untuck them. Roll your shoulders down your back, sit up tall, right palm face up on top of left palm face up. Connect the thumbs to connect the circuit. Close your eyes. Stretch through the soles of your feet, stretch that sensation all the way up through your spine. Start to find release in your core. We've been working it, so likely we're clenching it. Release. Every breath in, let it get wider. Let it fill up. Just 3 more breaths here and we come out. Remember that goal, your intention. Did you forget about it already? Can you claim it? Take 1 more breath in. Think of that goal. Sigh out some relief, knowing you are going to claim it and own it this week. Roll your shoulders down your back. Open your eyes, tabletop. Let's pitter patter out those feet. Flip the top of them onto the mat. When you are ready, downward facing dog, please. Beautiful. From your dog, pedal it out. Take a sigh of breath. And then inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, low lunge. Crescent lunge when you're ready with breath. Feel the hugging sensation to midline, rise up. Last breath in. Open up, warrior 2. Palms to the sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch those right obliques. 1 more breath in. This time, exhale, extended side angle, right thigh and forearm can meet, or you can let your hand hang down, root down in your back foot, and slowly just reach up and open chest. Let your left hip stay open wide, your shoulders wide, chest wide. Drive through your feet. Inhale, warrior 2. Come back to it. Look forward, breath in. Exhale, low lunge. This time, right arm up, grounded twist. Option left knee down or keep it up, but make sure your heel stays high on toes. Hug your inner thighs. I don't want your heel facing the left side, just keep it neutral. Open that chest a little more to the right side. Think of a twist. Last breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga, or you can skip it. You can take a quick child's pose if you'd like. Up dog with breath. Down dog with your exhale. So good. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale with strength and grace for crescent lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior 2, open. Palms to sky. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stretch the left obliques. Feel that strength, feel that stretch. Last breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Taking a few moments to pause here. Feeling that right hip open, your chest open, shoulders stacking. Drive through your feet. Next breath in, warrior 2, come back up. Exhale, low lunge. Grounded twist, left arm to the sky. Keep your right heel up, hug those inner thighs, and twist just the chest. Your hips stay squared to the mat. If it feels better for any reason in your neck or shoulders, you can reach your left arm behind you to the wall behind you. Otherwise, just reaching up, whatever works. Take 1 more breath in, squeeze those inner thighs. Exhale, Chaturanga. Take it down, open up the chest, hips to sky. Pedal out the legs, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, soft knees, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, hop, float, forward fold. Halfway up with breath. Let it go, exhale. Inhale into chair. Woot.
Uttanasana. So good. Now, maybe try walking your feet in, squeeze the inner thighs if you're not already. Sit down, sit back, hands to heart so we can sit a little deeper, shoulders soft. Now, if you'd like, we'll get a little pulse, lower, lower, down, and down. Not here for longer than 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, static hold in 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms forward. Plug those fingers together, shoulders in your back. Arms are nice, long, and straight. Sit just 1 inch deeper. Last 4. Forward fold in 3. Yes, you can. It's 2. Yes, 1. Fold it out. Woo! Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale for plank. Take your left ankle over the right. If you did it before, this time we're switching sides. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale for your Chaturanga. Take it low. Uncross the ankles, up dog. Downward facing dog.
Ooh, big breath in. Big breath out. Right leg high, breathe in. Low lunge, exhale. Come into your warrior 1 this time. Back heel down, toes face forward. Or the top edge of your mat. Either way, sometimes it's really hard to get that or bad on the knee, so people can make it crescent lunge, whatever you need. Let's slowly reach our hands down into a bind. Interlace the fingers, roll your shoulders down your back. Open your chest, lift up with the heart, breathe in. Little humble warrior here as you exhale, fold forward. Bring those palms overhead. Keep your hips square best you can. If you feel pressure flooding the eyes and it doesn't feel good, you can lift up or even bring hands to the mat, to your thigh or block. Keep your shoulders wide. It's an active lift of the arms, a press together of the palms. One more breath in. Last breath out. With your bind, slowly inhale, come back up. Palms go down by the low back. We'll release into warrior 2. We'll come into star pose from there. So bring those toes to face forward. Reach your hands to the sky. And then prasarita, wide leg forward fold, fold in half. And you can take hands to your heels, the earth, maybe shimmy your hips side to side. Whatever you need to do, just a couple more breaths here. Release the low back, let your chest hang. Slowly bring your palms under your shoulders, find a halfway lift. Inhale, low lunge, top of your mat, right foot forward, exhale. Chaturanga if you want it, otherwise skip it. You can hold plank for like 3 seconds. Make your way to your dog. Nice. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Come into your warrior 1. Imagine your feet more on train tracks than on a tight rope. So your legs fire up. Slowly find a bind, hands to your low back. Non-dominant thumb on top. So you might shift the fingers 1, roll your shoulders down your back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior, fold. As your chest and forehead come down, gaze goes back, crown of the mat, your hands go up, shoulders remain wide. Finding your limits, knowing when to pull back. 3 more deep, slow breaths. Last breath in, last breath out. With that bind, slowly inhale, come up, the hands go to your low back. Inhale your arms to the top. Exhale, warrior 2. This time inhale, star pose, come all the way up, and we're gonna change it up to horse pose, hands to heart, heels in, toes out. I want you to take your knees in the direction of the toes, sit nice and deep, shoulders over the hips. Tuck those hips so there's no sway in your low back, your spine is tall. Lift the front heel, lift the back heel. Keep your hips and shoulders nice and level, just lift and switch. Switch
and switch for 8, 7, final 4, last 3, both heels up in 2 and 1. Take both heels up, drop your seat 1 inch lower. I know you can. Press those palms together, work the chest, open and breathe. Last 4, heels down in 3, star pose in 2 and 1. Release heels down, inhale, straight arms, straight legs. Exhale, warrior 2. Take a breath here, low lunge. Last chaturanga, if you want it, take it or leave it, otherwise skip it. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Slowly float your knees to the mat, hips over the knees, puppy pose. Walk your palms forward, melt your heart to the earth. If your shoulders need some leaven, take those elbows wide. One more big breath in. Chest a little closer to the earth as you breathe out. And inhale, tabletop pose. We're coming into half pigeon from here. If you'd prefer, you can take it on your back. Otherwise, draw your right knee towards your right wrist. Slide a diagonal line to your front calf. Take your left leg back so you can extend your hips both to the ground. Unsickle your left foot. See if you can lift up against gravity with a long spine. And then allow yourself to fold forward if that works for you. You want to remain open and wide here in the front line. So if you feel clenching anywhere, try to adjust, finding that space. We want to slightly protract the shoulders so we're rolling them away from one another, keeping them wide apart and relaxed and soft. A couple more breaths. See if you can give in somewhere, ease in deeper.
10,000 miles gone. Oh, I want to come near and
And with your next inhale breath, slowly support yourself up with your hands. Make your way to tabletop. So you'll slide that left knee back in, float the right knee back. Take a moment with a neutral spine. When you feel ready, take your left knee to the left shoulder, or excuse me, wrist. Set up your half pigeon on the other side. Unsickle your back foot. Try to let both your hips melt to the mat equally. Lift up against gravity with that spine. Fold when it feels right for you. Find the deep fluidity once again of your breath and allow that breath sensation to roll through, ripple through your body, creating space.
As a man with many crimes, come up for air. As my sins flow down the Jordan,
Release your shoulders.
Every part of me.
Unclench your jaw.
But there's blood on my hands, and my lips are unclean. Take me to your river.
Just a few more moments. Ease yourself in. Find a little more depth while you're here.
Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Last round of breath. And when you get to that next inhale, slowly wake back up and support yourself back up. Tabletop pose, shoulders strong and down the back. Neutral spine. Pause here for a moment.
Neutral spine, breathe in. Eyes to thighs, cat back, breathe out. Inhale, cow pose, seat up, gaze up. Exhale, cat, eyes to thighs. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come to your neutral spine, and we'll slowly make our way to our backs. You can walk your knees forward. If you want a block for supported bridge, grab it. Otherwise, you can omit it. Lay it all the way down. Walk your shoulders out of your ears. Plant your feet so they're firmly in the mat, toes wide, hips width distance apart. Drive down through those feet and inhale, lift up through your seat. Tucking your hips at the top, you can hold up and bridge or slide a block medium level underneath you and lower your hips onto the block and hang out. Whatever version you choose, we're holding for about another whole minute. Let any tension start to melt away from your brow line, your jaw, and your neck and your shoulders. Just a few more moments to remain still. If your back is supported by a block, slowly engage your core and lift your hips up off the block as you slide it out. One more breath in for everyone to lift your heart high. And then slowly exhale, release, up back, mid back, low back. Soles of feet together, knees wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bound angle pose. Take your shoulders down from your ears, hands to thighs, or maybe hand to heart, hand to stomach. When you're ready, draw your palms down to the outer thighs, squeeze your knees in together, and slowly pull them into your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze with that flat back. Maybe start to shift weight from left side to right side, rolling it out across the sacrum, maybe even feeling it good on the shoulders. And then nice long back on the mat. Hold your right shin and knee in. Allow your left leg to float long in front of you on the ground. Open your right leg up even more. You can extend your left arm out like a T if that feels good. Keep your left hip glued in the earth. You can even roll your ankle here, flare your toes. Let's take one inhale and exhale, supine twist. Now your right arm can open up to a T. And your right leg comes across your body to the left side. Keep your bottom leg active, either point strongly or flex strongly your foot so that your leg muscles are active. That'll help anchor you down and protect your low back. Now look up or softly look to the right side and just melt your shoulders into the earth. Slowly take your gaze to the ceiling, engage your core, bring your hips back to the mat, knees back to your chest. Squeeze in the left knee and shin with both arms while your right leg floats along to the mat. And then open up your left leg more to the left side. You can tee your right arm out. That's where you can roll your ankle and flare your toes a little. Find a big breath in and use that exhale to glide your knee across to the right side, supine twist. Opening up your left arm now, lift your head and softly
pivot to look to your left side or just look at the ceiling. Keep your right bottom leg active. Think of all the good things that have happened in your week. Maybe things that have happened to you or for you, or things that you have done for others. And just let the joy of that fill up your heart. Another moment here. Softly bring your gaze to the ceiling, core in tight, and pull both knees back to your chest. Make sure your spine is long and neutral on the earth, tailbone heavy, squeeze everything in tight. And then grab for your happy baby. You might capture your outer thighs, your outer feet, or thread your arms through your inner thighs for those heels or feet. You can be still or you can be moving. We're getting ready for Shavasana. So if you have a blanket or something, we're about to want to grab it to cover you up. But this time we can squeeze our knees into our chest, lift your shoulders off the mat. It's a tiny bit of core work. Give yourself a little squeeze of love, gratitude for your practice, for showing up today in this space. And then softly find Shavasana, extending your head softly to the mat. Walking your shoulders away from your ears, opening the limbs a little wider. Taking a big breath in and then a big, soft, slow breath out to release and settle in. We're just here for a couple minutes. So enjoy the stillness, the quiet, find your breath, and let that be your guide. Begin to notice where your mind might have wandered. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Take a moment to reflect on the specific goal you may have set for your week. Just a friendly reminder that perfectionism is not what we strive for. There's learning opportunities even when we don't get everything 100% right. And little bits of stress or challenges can be actually good for our immune system. but we don't want to put things in place that are unachievable and that create ongoing stress. Take one more slow, long, deep breath in and holding it at the top. 3 sharp open mouth exhale. If you're ready, you can start to sweep your arms overhead. Take a big, long good morning stretch. And wiggle softly side to side, arch your back. And you can pull everything softly into a little ball if that feels good. And you might fall off to your favorite side. Take a moment there. You can even just rock front and back a couple times, a little momentum. Make your way to a seat, whatever way feels right. Sit up tall, shoulders down your back, and you can always join me with your hands at your heart. It's a friendly reminder to smile, to breathe, to go slowly. And always remember to enjoy those little joys in life. Blessings to you. Namaste.